My Hebrew name is Iyahwab.
Iyahwab. I like that name. What does that mean?
Iyahwab goes back to the word in English, Job, which means affliction. As we all know the story about Job in the
Yeah,
Holy
yeah, of
Scriptures.
course.
So that's what actually means in English. Job, affliction.
All right, cool. So, how long you been in the Word?
I've been in the word a few years, about say 5 years, but take the walk seriously about 4 to 3.
Okay, all praises. I'm so glad that you chose to live a righteous life and walk in the ways of God. There's so much evil out here in the word, so much evil out here in the world. I meant to say. So and are you with a church, a denomination?
Actually, wasn't a denomination, but I comes out of the concept of religion since I found that the religion is not of so much of the truth, right? So right now I don't deal with a denomination in terms of any churches, but a part of a congregation that calls Saints of Yahawashi, which is a Hebrew Israelite congregation. Yeah, Saints of Yahawashi. Like if you go on the internet and you type in saintsofyahawashi.org, you're going to see our contents is there.
Okay. And you got videos and stuff there where you be teaching?
Yeah, we have videos. We have mostly on that though. We have a lot of more literature because a lot of videos been taken down since the time of the pandemic. But we have street teachings also. Some sit down, some refer, some links to other camps and so on.
You said it's called.
I'm not in the States right now. I'm actually in Trinidad, right? But normally when I'm in the States, I be with WFI, if you know Watchman for Israel. That's the brothers from Baltimore. I normally be with them.
Okay. So are you like a smaller sect of WFI, or they are a smaller sect of what you're in your church?
No, we actually have our own congregation, but like when I'm out of the country, I be with other brothers where we congregate with each other. So I'm not fully a member of WFI, but we are partners.
Okay, all praises.
Yes.
And do you do street teaching when you're back in where you at again?
Trinidad.
Yeah, do you do street teaching out there?
Yeah, we do street teaching out there, and every Sabbath day we do online teaching also. We have a class to start from 9 till about 7 in the night. So we start the kids class at 9 in the morning, and around 12, we start the adults classes, which run from 11 to 6, which we invite any person from the public to come in and ask questions. We do like a Q&A. And then from 6 to about 8, we do our own personal classes.
Yeah, I remember.
So probably if you're interested in one time, we can send you a link so you can come in and ask your questions too.
All right, that's what's up. So I remember a long time ago, I was working at Baker, what's that bookstore called? Baker or something, but Baker and Teller. There we go. And I remember on my break, I was reading a Final Call, a Muslim Final Call newspaper, and a brother had handed me some literature, and it was like a lot of Bible references, and I didn't really, I saved it. I really didn't look over it until I quit that job. So when I looked over it, I realized that he was this is some years ago, but I realized that, hey, this brother is now I had no idea what a Hebrew Israelite was at that time, but I realized he was that, like whatever it was called then, he was that. I said, oh man, and but I was really like intrigued by the literature, and I was mad I quit. I'm like, damn man, I should have reached out to him earlier, because now I don't, it's over. I don't know where he's from. You don't know where I'm from. But anyway, do you guys hand out literature as well?
Yes, we do. We have like those flyers teaching you about your nationality and contacts. So yes, we do.
And it's okay. So you're here. Do you agree with the Immaculate Conception or you disagree?
Well, before I get into that, I find you asked me a lot of questions, so it's time to return the favor.
Sure.
So, who I'm speaking with?
My name is Unbiased.
Unbiased.
Yeah.
Yes. Nice name. Well, I was invited by the sister there,
Yeah.
asking me the same question that you asked about the Immaculate Conception.
Yeah, because
So, are you part of our congregation also, like denomination, churches, organization, what?
no, but what I because I'm pretty much new in this life, this walk. So, but the camp I do watch, they're like they're in Texas. We
And that would be
we share videos of one body.
one body. That's with Kanai. Is Elder Kanai is his name? I can't remember. Anyway, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, with the black and gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know him. I used to follow him once upon a time, but some of the doctrines kind of make me stop for it. But that is not the issue. So, you say the Immaculate Conception. If I do believe in it,
Right.
no, I doesn't believe in Immaculate Conception because according to Roman Catholics, Immaculate Conception means a virgin birth, and there's no way that we can substantiate there is a virgin birth when it comes to Christ, depending on the scripture and the etymology of the words we go in and the law. And
You don't
like
think
we
so?
see in the book of Mark, excuse?
And in what book?
No, I was saying in the book, which is the Bible, right?
Yeah.
We see, according to the law, Christ was come forth, right? And according to the law, there's sex, there's marriage, right? And
A law for sex?
Well, according to our understanding, sex is marriage. Even to the world, sex is marriage. Because
I don't know
even if
about
you
that
go
one.
to a marriage, well, I'm gonna give you a brief understanding about it.
Okay.
Even in the world, right? There's got something called consummation, right?
Yeah, I agree
You
with
have to
that.
consummate the marriage, right? So
Okay, that's different then. Yeah, so I agree. Sex consummates marriage, but I don't believe sex is marriage.
yeah.
I don't believe that.
Well, when we check in the book of Sarah, Abraham, all these other prophets, we see they go and take their wife by having sex. There's no one saying that we should sign certain documents, right?
But what about
what I'm
Judah?
saying about you,
Did Judah marry Tamar when he had sex with her?
well, counter evil Israelite customs and understanding, sex is marriage.
Nah, I don't agree with that.
Once you have sex, you don't have to believe, but at the end of the day, right? Seeing we living in a modern world now, right? Everybody knows sex. Everybody know that when you get married, you have something called you have to pay a bond, you have to get the marriage certificate. You go in front of the pastors, you do the vows, then you go on the honeymoon, and you consummate the marriage. Now, if you take a wife and you marry her and you did not consummate the marriage and you need to get a divorce, what do they call that?
You got up to a year.
They call it annulment. Right, they call it an annulment because there is no sex involved.
I agree with that.
Right? So, sex again, how to consummate the marriage.
Yeah, I agree with, okay, so when you say consummate, like, for example, if I'm going to sign a contract, that means the contract exists. And then I sign it.
Yes.
And the signing is like consummation. So, but the contract exists before I even wanted to sign it. So
yeah, but if you don't stamp the contract,
let me get a few words in, please. So that means the contract already exists, and then I just sign it to make it binding. So same thing with marriage. Marriage already exists between those two. They just got to consummate. Like you said, if they don't consummate the marriage, it's still a marriage. But if they don't consummate the marriage is disannulled. But it's still a marriage. It's something there. There was something there.
It's a marriage, but it's not consummated to make it official.
I agree with you 100%.
Okay. Well, good. We can move on from that, man.
Yeah. So when you look at, do you have a KJV on you?
Whatever translation you want me to go to, that's fine.
Yeah, because the other translations, I'm not sure how accurate they are.
I mostly use the 1611 because that contained the Apocrypha. So I mostly use that, but wherever you want to go,
Yeah,
you can go. There's no
Matthew's chapter 1, where it talks about the generation of Jesus Christ. I think that's a good start right there.
Okay. So let me ask you, what is your perspective of the Immaculate Conception? Is that something you accept or not?
So it's something I accept because when I read the Gospels,
Okay. Right.
when I read the Gospels, they seem to always just point it to it. At one point, I did not believe in it. At one point, I rejected it until I kept reading the Gospels. I'm like, yo, it's pointing to the Immaculate Conception. So I just embraced it.
You know, I'm going to ask you a question in between just to get
Sure.
some pointers, right?
Yeah, I like that.
So you say when you read the Gospel, right?
Yep.
And depending on your knowledge, the Gospel begins where?
The Gospels start at Matthew, Mark, Luke, John.
Well, according to Christ, the Gospel begins with Isaiah. So then we have a difference now of understanding.
All right, it's just wordplay. Yeah, no problem. I mean, okay.
But anyway, you go ahead and make your point, and then I will step in and see where I can make mine.
So if we just do a simple search on the word gospel or gospels, it's not going to show us Isaiah. Mm-hmm. It's going to show us Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. I'm just saying that. So when you go to Matthew chapter 1, verse 1, it says the book of the generation of Jesus Christ, the son of David. The word gospel or gospels is not going to show us Isaiah. Mm-hmm. It's going to show us Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. I'm just saying that. So when you go to Matthew chapter 1, verse 1, it says the book of the generation of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham, right? So we're looking at, or we're looking for the generation of Jesus Christ here. So verse 2, it just, so from verse 2 on down, it's going to list a lot of begetting, a lot of sex is going on here. So it says Abraham begot Isaac begot Jacob, Jacob begot Judas and their brethren. So that carries all the way down to Jesus. Okay.
Right.
But I find it interesting that in verse 2, you got Abraham begot Isaac, and Isaac begot Jacob, and Jacob begot Judas. So we got Jacob begot Judas in verse 2, and we got in verse 16, we got Jacob begot Joseph. So there's two Jacobs here. So just for your understanding and mine, when it says Jacob begot Judas, Jacob begot Joseph, are those the same Jacobs or different?
This would be the different Jacobs because when we check through the scriptures, they see a lot of different other prophets are the same name, but doesn't mean the same. Like for instance, Joshua, right?
Yeah.
Joshua, when we check it back in the meaning, it means he who saved. When we check it back on Jesus, he also named Joshua.
Right. You're right.
So it's also a different translation.
And then we got Mary, and Moses' sister is Mary. Right.
Right.
Okay, so verse 16, this is where it ends, the generations. It says, Jacob begot Joseph, the husband of Mary, of whom was born Jesus, who was called Christ. So just so we on one accord, when it said Jacob begot Joseph, we agree that Joseph is the father. I'm sorry, we agree that Jacob is the father of Joseph, right?
Yeah, keep going, yeah.
Okay, so the word begot, what does that mean to you?
When we see the word begot, it means men begot seeds. Okay. And when we look at the seed is begot, right? So we see no way. You have heard about the Jehavan comma?
Say that again?
You have heard about the Jehavan comma?
Jehavan comma, nah, I'm not sure. I don't think so. I can't recall.
Those are things that, well, when you get a chance, you will look it up. It means inserted text. And we can see certain parts in the scripture.
I'm familiar with that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that. Right.
Okay. Well, you should understand that when it comes to Mary, they use the word begot there too, but we know for sure that a woman do not carry the seed. The man carry the progenitor of a family.
So when it said Jacob begot Joseph, the word begot established the father, right?
Excellent. Yeah, correct.
So Jacob, so basically we could just say Jacob is the father of Joseph. Joseph is the husband of Mary. Mary is the one who gave birth to Jesus, so she's the mom. Jesus is the one who is called the Christ. So verse 16, I don't see Joseph begatting Jesus. Like there's no verb in between Joseph and Jesus. Like you see the verbs begot between the father and son, and you see the verb born between Mary and Jesus. We don't see a verb connecting Joseph and Jesus.
No, so let me just read it there. It's Matthew 1 and verse 16, and it says, right, and Jacob begot Joseph. Now, Jacob is not literally Joseph's father. It just shows the lineage because of the tribe that Christ comes from, which is the tribe of Judah. And
so what does begot mean?
Jacob is that, right? So I'm going down, right? So and Jacob begot Joseph, right? Begot means in his lineage, the seed line of which he coming from, which is Joseph. Yeah, so that's why when you go back from the top, it gives a lineage from Joseph, from David to Abraham. There was 14 generations. Right. When we go down, we get
and David to Babylon 14, right? Babylon Jesus 14, right?
Correct. So when you see, and Jacob is the leader or the progenitor of all the 12 tribes. That's why they use that word because they're not going to list back all the names down to Joseph. So they just use Jacob and skip straight to Joseph. But that doesn't literally mean Jacob is his biological father at that point of time.
Yeah,
if you understand what I'm saying.
That understanding is the first I ever heard in my life. So when it says Abraham begot Isaac, let me ask you this.
Let me give you a simple example.
Let me ask you this first. When it says Abraham begot Isaac, is that the father or is that somebody, a leader of a lineage?
Yeah, let me give you a simple example, right? Your great-grandfather might have named Smith.
Right.
But then you get your grandfather, then you get your father, and then you. Right. And then somebody would ask you on the street, like, hey, your father is Mr. Smith, which is from your third generation. You would say, yes, that's my father, because it is your lineage. So he is still your father. So it'd be great grandfather,
Yeah,
grandfather,
but he didn't
and
beget me
father,
though.
and now you.
Yeah, but he didn't
Yes,
beget me. So, huh?
yes, he did begot you because his seed line is what you comes out
Oh
from.
no. Hey, brother. When it says Adam begot Seth, that literally
Mm-hmm.
means son. All right. So now, like, there's no way I'm going to accept that interpretation. Begot is
Okay,
begot
okay. What I'm
in the
saying to
Bible
you,
means
right? Begot means seed, and
no,
no
no,
matter
no,
if it's right
brother.
there
Begot
or
does not
then.
mean brother. Begot does not mean seed, brother. I have a
All right, let me see.
Donovan
Can
Compact
I?
Bible Dictionary right here.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, let me do that. Let me
Where's
do that.
mine?
Okay, so let me do seed. Let me do seed. It's not gonna say begot at all. All right, hold on.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go here.
That's the first I ever heard that.
Well, there's a first of everything anywhere.
Yeah, nah, but when it's a first where you're the only person on earth that has that first thing is not good. Okay, so let me show this.
So
Okay,
I'm
seed.
going. Is this thing can share?
Huh?
Oh, boy.
Okay,
No,
so
I
I'm
was
gonna read it.
thinking.
I'm gonna read it.
Screen.
It says seed.
Go ahead.
This is a designer event compact Bible dictionary. It says seed. There is a threefold usage of this word in scripture. One, agricultural. The farmer held his
Mm-hmm.
seed in his upturned garment, casting it out as he walked. Then it says number two, a physiological uh, seed of copulation, emission of semen. And then the
Right.
third one is figurative. Here, seed means descendant or genealogy. Okay, and that's it.
So it means descendant of genealogy. That's what I'm trying to tell you all the
Yeah,
time. So your seed line
okay, so
comes
now
down. Your
I'm going to read the
genealogy
word
is people
begot.
that
All
you
right,
protect.
right. So now I'm going to read begot for you. Okay, because so far in the definition of seed, we do not see begot. So we could kind of.
So wait. So let me ask this. So far with what you read in the definition of seed, am I correct or am I wrong?
You're wrong. If you're tying begot to it, you're wrong.
But read it there again. It say a progenitor. Progenitor is the people that you descend from.
Yeah,
Correct?
that's the correct definition for seed. That's not the correct definition for
Okay.
begot.
Well, good. Continue then.
Okay, so now I'm gonna go to begot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me do this. Okay, we're here at begot. Let me just pull this out. Okay, okay, so we're here. Begot means to procreate. It means
yes.
to regenerate, bear,
To regenerate.
get, be born, bring forth, conceive, be delivered of, gender, make, spring. Nothing about the word
Okay.
seed. So seed.
So offsprings is what?
Wait, so let me just say this real fast, brother. Seed is a noun and begot is a verb. So just off that, we're not the same. So we could just dismiss that. So verbs and nouns are different things. A noun is a person, place, or a thing.
As long as the name of place, animal, or things. A verb is an
or
action.
idea, and a verb is an action. So we know they can't be the same. All right, so let's move on. Okay. So begot means
no. I'm not going to move on. You got to get to on with this. So go. You have the blue letter Bible.
You can make up some
Do you
stuff.
have the strong lexicon?
Yeah, I just read from it just now. So which one you want?
No, you read from the Zaladan. I was talking to the strong.
No. I read from the Zondervan for seed. Just now when I read the definition, I'll tell you what I read from a lexicon. I'll tell you what I read from. And look.
Okay, so if you did read from the lexicon, you would have seen the is a Greek word, right?
Yeah.
Which means gentle, right? Ooh. So when we go into that word outside of the biblical usage, it's the men of who father children to begot the potential generation.
No, brother. I just read it to you. So when you go to there, it says, listen, I'll read it again. It says to procreate.
Wait. Do the headliner that you're reading from the lexicon, is it it says G10801?
No, it says G1080.
G10801 you gotta go to, sorry.
Okay. There's no such thing as G10801 in this passage, brother.
So can you share the screen on this thing?
If you want to, you know what, you can go to Zoom. You can put the access code in Zoom and you can see for yourself.
I have actually on the call with the access code, but I'm not seeing just numbers. I thought I would have seen like
Yeah, no. So
you know.
it's so when you dial the phone number, so there's a phone number first. The enter the access code.
Right,
So if you go back
right.
and join Zoom and just enter the access code, you'll be able to see my screen. Right?
How am I doing this
Yeah.
now?
So you probably got to hang up and then.
Probably hang up and do it all over again.
Yeah. So I would advise this: hang up, then click the Zoom app and put the
Right.
access code there, and you'll be right back in.
Okay, let me see that. Just a minute.
Yeah. Oh my God, we got another guy who's going to pretend he speaks Greek or read Greek and doesn't. Oh my God! So it's going to be the educational moment again, kind of like what I did for Hassad and Deacon and all the other Sakari Israelites that I have now debated. So y'all guys can just click unbiased. If y'all just go to YouTube and click if y'all go to YouTube and just click Unbiased Sports, I mean, I saying click, type in Unbiased Sports versus Sakari, or just type in Sakari Virgin Birth, you're going to see that I muddy those waters. All right. So Sakari cannot eat no, any virgin birth debate they have, they got my name attached to it. Because I have more virgin birth debates with them than they have total with anybody. So this is why you got to know who you're messing with. Okay, so those guys are forced to so anybody who wants to study their virgin birth debates will be studying, they get their butt kicked by me. So I did that for them when they want to let me talk. But they did let me talk, and I kicked some butt. I kicked some butt, and then they had not let me talk anymore. So I said, I got something for them. Anybody look up a Sakari Virgin debate gonna see 1,000 debates by me debating them. So when people gonna be like, why did all these guys debate this one guy so many times? They gonna be like, God damn, about 50 Sakari, this guy on Bias Sports must be popping. They all debate him when it comes to this. He must be the guru on this subject, which they are right. Okay, so his iPad died. Shoot, where is? Oh boy. Where's my other? I have one more. This is 3. Oh, he got it. Thank you. Yeah. So if you guys type in Sakari Virgin Birth debate and just scroll down, you're gonna see a plethora of videos with me in them. Blippy, yay, yay, yay. There you go. Okay. So you're gonna see a plethora of videos with just me in it. A few of them, but mainly me. Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing for IUIC. I'm gonna do that. I think I'm not sure if I debated more people from IUIC. Yeah, it had to be them, and then GLCC is second. So when I do it to them, what they call it, like a fly. What's that term called when you um send your flyers to people address? You pay a price, and what's that called? Like a flyer bomb. That's kind of I'm gonna do the same thing with IUIC. So if anybody YouTube a IUIC debate, you're gonna see Unbiased Sports debating like 60 IUIC members. So all you're gonna see is my debates. And I'm gonna do the same thing with GLCC. When they look up GLCC debates, Virgin Birth debates, they're gonna just see about 50 debates with Unbiased Sports. And the common man, the common woman gotta say, why is everybody debating this guy on this subject? I got over 200 debates total with all these guys and counting. We're counting right now, right? I'm debating right now. So if anybody YouTube virgin birth debate, you're only going to see me at some point. Okay. I'm going to be the first, second, third, 10, 100 search when it comes to this. Peace, Tone. Yeah, the dude said he got like at that point. Okay, he's back. He's calling back in. Why is he calling back in? Shalom, brother. Did it work?
Sure. No, I don't know this. It's just giving me some trouble.
Are you logging in twice?
Straight. Huh?
Did you log in twice?
Yeah, I logged in twice, and I think I put in the password wrong the first time. But anyway, we can work with what we have until further notice.
Say that again?
I said we can work with what we have for now. Okay. I just, I didn't want to see what you're reading from.
Yeah, so I was just going to say the iPhones are tricky. So if you're doing it from iPhone, it's trickier to trick an iPhone.
So actually, I'm on my phone. That's why I didn't do it on my tab, because when I get the number, I just dial it from off my phone. Yeah. So anyway, we can go ahead.
Okay. So just real quick, so we could move on and agree, right? Amos 3:3, can two walk together? Let's say be agreed. So real simple. When it says Abraham begot Isaac, when it says Jesse begot David, when it says somebody begot somebody, that's just simply their father. Zerubbabel begot Abiu, Jeconiah begot his brethren. See, his brethren. So these are all.
Yeah, begot means offspring. So we can go ahead from that. So we know once you begot something, but it actually goes down from just, yes, I could begot a son or a daughter, but that keep begetting, keep going on. So what we was just saying.
But you got to show us examples.
We were just disputing Jacob, which we know is the progenitor of the 12 tribe, and I was just showing you that, hey, he begot all of us. But anyway, if you wanted to.
No. See, the thing is.
So let me ask you this. Wait, let me ask you this question.
Yeah, go ahead.
In the lineage of the tribe of Israel, right, which we know is 12 tribes,
right?
When we go to Genesis chapter 4-9, and we start from verse 7, come down, right?
Yep.
Where in that lineage did you see Joseph?
You said in 49?
Genesis chapter 4-9. In that chapter, right? Where did you see the Jacob, which call it 12 sons, right?
Right. He's not going to be there.
Joseph,
okay, so let me answer the question. Right. So Jacob, Israel adopted his two sons in his place, brother. Manasseh and Ephraim.
Yes.
Right. So that's why you're going to read them in this place. I know. So that's why
you're correct.
Right. I know.
So I'm saying, listen, I'm saying you are correct there. So I'm saying the husband of Mary, which is also named Joseph, you cannot find him in that lineage of progenitor. That's why.
No. So wait. Hold on, brother. So this is
okay.
So let me tell you what happened. Jacob literally adopted his sons from him to take his place. So that's what happened. So he said he said those two are mine. He said, but you have other kids that are yours. So he kind of did a Levite law without a Levite action. Okay, so he literally he took them for his own. He adopted them.
Right.
So that's why I like that. But we don't read that in verse 16. So verse 16.
So the question is, this Jacob here in verse 16, you're saying is not Israel. That's what you're saying to me?
This Jacob is begotten by Mathan. So verse 15, it says Mathan begot Jacob. So like you said earlier, it's the same name for different people. So you got many Davids, you got many Joshuas. So you said it right. You got different Marys, you got more than one John. Right. So this is, and you got another G. You got, I think there's like 4 or 3 Jesuses. You got a Jesus in the his name Jeshua in the Old Testament. So you got another guy named Jesus, Bar Jonas, I think it is. So anyway.
Right. So your understanding basically because of verse 15. That's what you're saying.
No, that's not my understanding. That's the world's understanding. The world's understanding is that these men come from their fathers. So when it says Eliu begot Elijah.
Okay.
That's his son. When it
Well,
says Elijah,
if the word you want to put it as that because Matthew 1:15, I have no problem with that because at the end of the day, I still seen as men begotten men.
right.
Right?
Okay.
So
Right.
it's okay.
Okay. Yeah. That semantic talk won't work because I know what begot means. I know what begets
This
means.
this is not semantic. So I'm saying to you, at the end of the day, I'm seeing men
Okay.
begotten men.
Right. And,
So
you,
it's
and you're
no
seeing dead
problem here.
people too, but that's okay. So Jacob begot Joseph.
Okay.
That's the father.
Right.
Joseph is the husband Mary.
Right.
But now
Okay.
husband don't mean husband no more, right?
Right.
You're just changing definitions. And it says
So
Mary
let
of
me go.
it says Mary of whom was born Jesus, who was called Christ. So we're gonna have an honest discussion or we're not. So Jacob begot Joseph. Joseph is the husband,
Right.
and Mary is the one who gave birth to Jesus, who's called the Christ. Brother, where
Okay.
does it say Joseph is the father of Jesus in Jesus' generation?
All right. Let me go
I wait.
here.
Yep.
Don't worry yourself. I got you. We go to Galatians chapter 4. We're going to start at verse 3. And
So
we're
we're
going
gonna
to
leave
go
the
to.
genealogy. All right, no problem. So where we going?
We go to Galatians 4:3 to 5. We're going to Matthew 1:23,
Okay.
Romans 1:3. So let's go.
So we're at Galatians 4:1. What we doing here?
It's Galatians 4:3. Let me get there.
Yeah, I'm here. I'll wait for you.
Yeah, I'm literally using my book, Let's go. Good. So we could actually go to the point one time for time's sake. So we could go to Galatians 4:4.
Yeah, I'm here.
Let's see. Which but when the fullness of time was come, God sent forth His Son, made of a woman, made under the law. So when you see under the law, what that means?
That means that he was made under the law of Leviticus 12:3, a male child, when a male child is born.
Right?
Yeah.
And how do the law says we get progenitors?
The law says what?
According to the law, how we propagate.
Okay, so this law goes back to Leviticus 12:3. It's how a male child is born and what needs to happen. The woman, the man, and the son.
And a man and a woman bring forth a child.
No. This has nothing. No, brother. This law has nothing. Okay, how about this? Let's do this.
So
okay, wait, hold on.
Sorry, but
okay, wait on. You asked me a question. Please let me give you. Yeah, because it's like your questions are rhetorical. Like you asked me a question, you'll cut in.
Did you hear me? Did you hear me say go ahead?
Okay, I got it. Okay, so it's first of all, it says God sent forth His Son. It doesn't say Joseph. It says he was made of a woman. He was not made of a man, and he was made under the law. Okay, so now let's go to what law that is. So we don't got to guess. We can actually read the law. Okay, so let's go to Luke.
It says 11:12.
Okay, so let's go to Luke, and we're gonna see the law with.
Where you going? Luke 15:28.
Nah, brother. I'm not going there. Okay, so
I just know the scriptures you guys go to, so that's why I'm calling it out.
No, brother.
It's just simple.
Brother, you'll know who I am in a second. All right, so yeah, you won't be able to guess my scriptures. I guarantee you that. Okay, so
far we've done a good job.
Okay, so listen. So you're wrong already. Luke 1:59, and it came to pass that on the 8th day they came to circumcise the child, and they called him Zacharias after the name of his father. Okay, so we have the law of circumcision, right? So that's the law. Watch this. Now look at that's John. Look at Jesus. Look at Jesus. We don't got to guess. Okay. Watch this. Verse 19. But Mary kept Luke chapter 2, verse 19. But Mary kept all these things and pondered them in her heart. And the shepherds returned, glorifying, praising God for all the things they had heard and seen, and it was told to them. And when 8 days were accomplished for the circumcising of the child, his name was called Jesus, which was so named of the angel before he was conceived in the womb. And when the days of her purification, according to the law of Moses, were accomplished, they brought him to Jerusalem to present him to the Lord. As is written in the law of the Lord, every male that opened the womb shall be called holy to the Lord, and to offer a sacrifice, according to which is said in the law of the Lord, a pair of turtle doves or two young pigeons. This is literally quoting Leviticus 12:3, brothers. So we know what law he was made under, the law of circumcision and sacrifice. Okay, go ahead. Next.
Right. So why you keep rushing off? So according to the law, right, again, is a man and a woman and copulation, right? You yet still to show me a man
I
and
haven't
a
read
woman.
copulation. I have not read. So okay, so you're adding to the text. We didn't read copulation one time.
Yes, to show me that. You show me the law of circumcision. I never asked you to show me the law of circumcision. We all know every male child after 8 days gets circumcised. But
right.
Of course,
That's the law he was made under. Right. So I'm just pointing out when it says made under the law, we don't got to guess what law it is. It actually tells us for John and Jesus.
Yeah, but again, that is law of circumcision. Correct?
Right. That's the law he was made under. That's every Israelite child and stranger amongst Israel. What's your point?
My point is, again, you didn't show me man and a woman bring forth a child. You show me the law of circumcision.
Okay, what? Yeah, that's the law. You brought me to Rome. You brought me to Galatians 4:4, and you said what law was he made under? I just read it to you. It actually told you it was the law. So I didn't actually tell you. We read Luke tell us which law what he was made under.
Do you subscribe to the Apocrypha?
Sure.
Okay. Right. I will go to
Wisdom of Solomon 7. See, I know where you're going. You'll never know where I'm going. You see?
Of course, go right
ahead. Of course. See, you see that? You'll never predict where I'm going, but I can easily know where you're going. Because
it doesn't matter if the scriptures is coming out. There we go there now.
Yeah, sure. I'll help you out here too. Because I could tell you're gonna have some struggles here. I'm here.
Go ahead, read it.
Okay, so my name is Unbiased Sports, and it says, I myself am a mortal man. One second. Okay. Like to all, and the offspring of him that was first made of the earth. And in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months, being compacted in blood.
All right. Keep going.
Of the seed of man. What? Okay, go do it. Okay, seed of man, and the pleasure that came with sleep. And when I was born, I drew in the common air and fell upon the earth, which is of like nature, and the first voice which I utter was crying as all others do. I was nursed and swaddled in clothes, and that with cares, for there is no king that had any other beginning of birth. For all men have one entrance into life, and the light going out.
Right. So is it Christ also was a king?
So is this a prophecy, or is he giving you a history lesson, Solomon?
No, I'm asking you a question.
Right. Okay. So, all right. So, okay. Button it. Okay. So I'm not going to ask a question back. I'm just going to answer. So what Solomon describing is himself. He used past tense words. This is not a prophecy. He's talking about
again.
Hey, bro.
I asked you a question. You're trying to give me a direction. I'm asking you. Is it?
I'm going to have to mute you, brother. Don't make me mute you, brother. You're getting spanked wherever you go, so it's okay. You're taking the L.
The question still stands. Is Christ?
I got you. So Solomon is using past tense words. Fashion, offspring. He's giving a history lesson. He says from Adam. This is not a prophecy. He's talking about his experiences and what he knows. Jesus Christ came thousands of years later. So he's speaking from his vantage point. This was not a prophecy. This has nothing to do with Christ. And brother, you saying Christ was a king, what throne did he sit on? Because when you read Acts chapter 2, verse 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, it says Christ was sitting on the throne during the resurrection. Okay? So you gotta know the Bible, brother. Everywhere you go, you're getting beat up. So here, this is not a prophecy. He's not prophesying Jesus. He said, "For there is no other king that had any other beginning." He's talking about from where he knows, all the way to Adam, and there was no kings in Adam. So that's interesting, because he says in verse 1, and the offspring of him that was first made of the earth. So he's talking about Adam, and then he talks about there's no other king who came in it. Brother, what king you? Melchizedek the king. Melchizedek is a king, brother. So can you tell me his parents? So here, come off mute. You're asking me questions, and you're talking over me as I answer. Okay, you don't know the Bible better than me, bro, and you're gonna learn tonight. So come off mute and tell us about Melchizedek's parents, because he said no other king had any other beginning, right? So surely you can tell us Melchizedek's beginning, right? But for you guys listening, this is not a prophecy. This is not something prophetic that he's saying, hey, the words don't say this is the only way kings come into being. This says, for there's no other king that had any other beginning from Solomon's vantage point. So he will agree, like an idiot would agree, this is not a prophecy. Now, this was a prophecy, different story. Okay. So why did we run from 116, by the way? We were reading 116, and this idiot told me that begot meant seed. Then he tried to trick me in the concordance. We read the Zondervac Bible Dictionary of seed, had nothing to do with begot. And then he said, go to the Strong's. We went to the Strong's lexicon. We didn't read seed. So begot and seed is a noun, and begot is a verb. This is just basic English. But like he said, he's in Trinidad. He wouldn't know about basic English. Okay. But I'm going to educate you about basic English in America, bro. As a verb and a noun are two different things. Nouns are action words. Verbs are persons, places, things, or idea. Okay, they might not teach that in Trinidad, but they teach that here in America. Okay, so you need to explain. This brother said Jacob begot Joseph doesn't mean he's the biological father. This means he's the progenitor of the line. What line, fool? The line from Jacob to Joseph? But once no offense, but the worst people to talk in the Bible are I love y'all, but my Caribbean black folks, when y'all get into the Bible, you guys be the dumbest people to bring out this one West doctrine. It'd be my Caribbean brothers. Yep.
Hello?
We're here.
Hello? Bro, you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Who are you? You're a Christian? You're a Christian?
Can you explain Matthew 1:16?
You're a Christian and you're calling people dumb?
Yeah, because you're so dumb.
What kind of Christian are you?
Hey, dude, I'm a New Age Christian. I'm a Christian with a sword. Remember, Jesus Christ said his people will have a sword to defend them. So I don't know who. I'm a warrior. What you think the Oklahoma City? What you think the KKK? What kind of Christians you think the KKK are? They ain't sitting there praying about stuff. They out here shaking and moving. They're very violent. The hell? How you think Christianity was introduced to the world? It was by the sword. It wasn't through the Bible. The sword was to get down and lay down. The Bible was to forever lay down. All right. Their interpretation of the Bible was to forever lay down. So he was here the whole time. He was quiet. He listened to his boy get smacked up. And then he hopped off. Okay. Yeah, so I ain't gonna lie. I was already frustrated that the dude is redefining words on the spot.